Ladies and gentlemen, survivors of 2025, breathe in deep. Can you feel that in the air? That smell of static electricity, repressed tears, and Sakuga burning through graphics cards? That's right. We thought we had seen it all, but the anime industry looked at our calendar and said, "What? You wanted to sleep in January? Forget it." Are in mid-December 2026, and while the rest of the world is worried about Christmas, we are looking at the horizon. Because what is coming next month in the winter 2026 season isn't just a new batch of anime. It is a direct attack on our hearts and our free time. We are talking about the return of the industry's biggest titans, definitive endings to works we've followed for years, arcs that, in the manga, are considered urban legends because they are so good. The power scaling this season is broken. If you thought the Shibuya incident was peak stress, or that Frieren's journey had already made you cry everything you had to cry, you are not prepared. Hey, I filtered out the noise. No generic Isekai number 400 here. I picked the cream of the crop, the 10 anime that will define the year in the very first month. Grab your tissues, prepare your "is Gojo coming back or not" theories, and let's rank what to watch in January 2026. I am Kenji, this is the definitive Otaku survival guide, and Ikuzo. 10th place, The Speed Continues. Title, MF Ghost, 3rd season. Studio, Felix Film. Genre, Rising Seinen. Starting our list slamming the foot on the gas, we have the spiritual successor to Initial D. If you aren't watching MF Ghost yet, you are missing out on the purest dose of adrenaline and modern Eurobeat in existence. The 2nd season left us at that critical point. Kanata Rivington, our Anglo-Japanese prodigy, isn't just learning the Japanese courses anymore. He has mastered the technique of the Phantom. The 3rd season, arriving Mao in January, promises to enter the most technical arc of the MFG. Why is the hype real? For those who read the manga, you know that now the races stop being just about weak car versus strong car. Tire strategy, mental fatigue, and personal rivalries, especially with Beckenbauer, go to another level. Studio Felix Film has done a decent job with the car CGI. I know, CGI and racing anime divides opinions, but the physics and the sound of the engines, that is music. This season is for those who love automotive culture, but also for those who like a protagonist who is a silent monster. Kanata doesn't scream his attacks. He just takes a corner at 200 kilometers an hour where no one else would. It is the perfect comfort food to start the season. Fast, loud, and nostalgic. 9th place, The Dark Side of Heroes. Title, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, 2nd season. Studio, Bones, likely. Genre, action, superhero. After the explosive debut of the 1st season last year, Vigilantes returns to prove that sometimes spin-offs have more soul than the original work. While mainline Boku no Hero has already wrapped up its grand saga, Vigilantes fills that void with a more urban vibe, more Spider-Man and less World War. Where are we? Koichi Himawari, the Crawler, started as a joke, a guy who slides on the ground. But the 1st season showed us that his determination is Deku level, but without the Meteora waterworks, with all due respect. The 2nd season should adapt the arc where Knuckle Duster's past begins to collide with the present in a brutal way. The Otaku analysis. What makes Vigilantes shine in 2026 is how it expands the lore of heroes we know. Aizawa, Midnight, showing them in their younger, reckless days. The animation, if it keeps the standard of the 1st season, will deliver raw street fights, without those superpowers that destroy entire cities, but rather tactical combat in dark alleys. It's My Hero for those who grew up and now have bills to pay. Expect to see Koichi evolving his quirk in creative ways that will make you scream, why isn't he a pro hero? 8th place, The Final Hunt Begins. Title, Golden Kaiming, The Final Chapter. Studio, Geno Studio / Brainsbase. Genre, adventure, historical, seinen. Maximum respect here. Golden Kaiming is undoubtedly one of the most underrated works by the mainstream public, but venerated by the otaku elite. And now, in January 2026, we enter the final stretch. The context. Sugimoto the Immortal and Asirpa have traveled across Hokkaido, eaten squirrels, brains, otters, that scene, and faced the most charismatic psychopaths in anime history. The hunt for the Ainu gold is reaching its bloody climax. What to expect? The final chapter isn't just marketing. The manga has ended, and the finale is a masterpiece of chaos. Expect total war on the train. Yes, that train arc. Without giving direct spoilers, all factions, Tsurami's 7th Division, Hijikata Toshizo's group, and Sugimoto's team will collide. It's a mix of Mad Max with a culinary documentary and a history lesson. The emotional intensity of seeing a Sirpa having to make choices that define the future of the Ainu people, contrasted with Sugimoto's unwavering brutality to protect her, will break us. If the animation does justice to the final manga panels, this will be the alpha male crying on the couch of the season.
7th place, Magic Never Dies. Title, Black Clover, 2nd season, Spade Kingdom arc. Studio, Perot. Genre, Battle Shonen. The wait is over. After the movie and hiatus that felt like it lasted decades, Asta and Yuno are back on TV. And it's not just any return. We're diving headfirst into the invasion of the Spade Kingdom. Why now? The anime stopped exactly when things were getting insane. Asta trained with Libe, learned the Devil Union. The animation at the end of the first phase was already insane, but production leaks indicate that Pierrot is treating this return with the same care they gave to Bleach TYBW. Power up expectations. We will see Knocked in full action. We will see the Dark Triad showing why they are terrifying villains, but what everyone wants to see is Asta, the boy with no magic taking on supreme-level demons. The fight choreography promises to be fluid, with that thicker, darker line art that director Tatsuya Yoshihara loves. Prepare for screaming, limit breaking, and that classic shonen feeling that makes you want to do push-ups in the living room at 3 a.m. Black Clover in 2026 is coming to claim its place in the modern Big Three. 6th place, The Gunman Cries Twice. Title, Trigun Stargaze. Studio, Orange. Genre, Sci-Fi, Action. If you watched Trigun Stampede and complained about Vash's hair or the CGI, I hope you've already apologized. Studio Orange redefined what 3D anime is, and now with Stargaze, they are going to adapt the climax of Trigun Maximum. The promise. Stampede was the prelude. Stargaze is the war. Vash the Stampede versus Knives Millions. The philosophy of thou shalt not kill being tested to the absolute limit. The trailer has already shown a more mature, broken Vash, and a Knives that looks like a biblical deity with so many blades. Visual analysis. Studio Orange, the same behind Beastars and Land of the Lustrous, masters the dynamic camera. Expect impossible tracking shots in 2D. The action will be frenetic, but the heart of the series, the tragedy of the Plant Brothers, is what will destroy us. This anime isn't just shooting, it's about the weight of carrying your sins. January will be the month to pay the emotional bill of No Man's Land. 5th place, Hell is Beautiful. Title, Hell's Paradise, 2nd season. Studio, MAPPA. Genre, dark fantasy, horror. Gabimaru the Hollow. Sagiri, the island that shouldn't exist. The first season was an aesthetic and narrative success, presenting a bizarre botanical battle royale. Now the 2nd season arrives to close the neck. The scenario. Our survivors now know what the Tensen are, those immortal, perfect, and terrifying beings that rule the island. The mystery is over. Now it's survival and counterattack. What excites me for this season is the forced alliance. Criminals and executioners who hated each other now need to fight back to back and use Tao. The MAPPA factor. We know MAPPA is overworked. Someone give these animators a vacation, please. But Hell's Paradise has a very specific art direction. The vibrant colors of the flowers contrasting with visceral gore. Expect to see the development of Shion, the blind teacher, MVP of last season, and the evolution of Gabimaru's Tao. The fights against the Tensen will be RPG boss raids, where every mistake is fatal. If you like shonen with a real risk of death for the main cast, this is your anime. 4th place, Show Business is a Battlefield. Title, Oshi no Ko, Third season. Studio, Doga Kobo. Genre, drama, mystery, supernatural. Moving from physical fights to psychological battles, Oshi no Ko returns in January, and my friends, Aqua is not playing around. Where did we stop? The second season focused on the Tokyo Blade stage play, which was incredible for character development. But season 3? Oh, season 3, we are entering the arc that many consider the dark turning point of the work. The hype. Aqua's revenge plan is moving. The pieces are on the board. The relationship between Aqua and Ruby starts to get more complex and dangerous for those who read the manga and know the controversies. Will we see more about Ai's past? Will the true father reveal himself? Third place, The End of the World in Flames. Title, Fire Force, or Enen no Shobutai, third season, part 2, final. Studio, David Production. Genre, action, sci-fi. We are in the top 3, and here the temperature literally rises. David Production, yes, the gods of JoJo, bring the epic conclusion of Fire Force. The legendary connection. If you still don't know the big secret that connects Fire Force to another famous work by Atsushi Kubo, watch out for spoilers in the comments, but this final season will make everything explicit. The great cataclysm has begun. The visual insanity we saw in past seasons will look like child's play. Why watch? Shinra Kusakaba versus the world. The scale of power here goes to the cosmic level. The sound design of Fire Force, that bass drop in the explosion, is the best in the industry, period. This season isn't just about punching fire villains, it's about rewriting reality. It's psychedelic, metaphysical, and incredibly well animated. The ending of Fire Force is controversial, bizarre, and genius. Seeing this animated with David Pro's quality will be a historic event. Prepare to see the moon smiling in a different way. Second place, The Death Game has begun. Title, Jujutsu Kaisen Culling Game, third season. Studio, MAPPA. Genre, shonen, supernatural, horror. The runner-up, the giant, the destroyer of emotional stability, Jujutsu Kaisen returns. After Shibuya, Japan is in ruins. Jujutsu sorcerers aren't secret guardians anymore, they are survivors in a war zone. The arc? Culling Game. Forget the school structure, this is pure battle royale. New rules, new players, and the return of Yuta Okotsu, finally in the main anime. We will meet Hakari Kenji, and if you don't know who he is, just know that his technique is the most complex and fun thing Gege Akutami has ever created. And we have Hiromi Higuruma, a lawyer with a giant judge's gavel. Technical expectation, the Culling Game is an endless sequence of 1v1 and 2v2 fights. Maki Zenin? Ha! My friends, the Maki arc that is coming is, in my humble opinion, more visceral than anything in Shibuya. The hype is how will MAPPA animate Hakari's domain? How will they translate the complexity of the new rules without leaving the audience lost? Jujutsu in January 2026 isn't an anime, it's a cultural event. Be ready to see your favorite characters suffer again. First place, the journey continues, and the crying too. Title, Frieren Beyond Journey's End, second season. Studio, Madhouse. Genre, fantasy, adventure, slice of life. And in first place, the work that redefined what we expect from a fantasy anime. The elf who taught us that 50 years are nothing, and at the same time, they are everything. Sosuno Frieren is back. Why is it top 1? While Jujutsu and Fire Force are about explosions and hype, Frieren is about soul. The first season was a global phenomenon because it touched on universal themes, grief, memory, and the passage of time. The second season should adapt the continuation of the journey north, entering the Northern Plateau arc, and possibly introducing Mocked of El Dorado. The philosophical villain? No heavy spoilers, but if we cover the El Dorado arc, we will meet one of the best written villains of the decade. It's not about who punches harder, it's about the fundamental misunderstanding between humans and demons.
The magic in Frieren isn't shouted, it's felt. The direction by Madhouse, the orchestral soundtrack, that contemplative pacing that suddenly explodes into 10 seconds of movie-level animation. Frieren deserves the top spot because it elevates the anime medium. It's the series you show to people who say anime is cartoons for kids. In January 2026, we will go back to walking with Frieren, Fern, and Stark. We will laugh at Fern's faces, we will see Stark being an immortal tank, and we will cry with flashbacks of Himmel. It's the definition of a masterpiece.
And there it is, the top 10 that will drain your social life in January 2026. We have racing, fallen heroes, gold, demons, depressed idols, cosmic firefighters, suicidal sorcerers, and a nostalgic elf. The diversity of this season is absurd. If I had to choose only one, Frieren for the artistic quality. But if I want to scream at the TV, Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to know from you in the comments, which of these is your priority 0? Do you think Sakamoto Days should have made the list if it had a confirmed date for January? And what is your bet? Who dies first in Jujutsu Kaisen this season? Saying, my heart doesn't count. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss the episode-by-episode analyses we'll do of these works, and drop that like which strengthens us more than a black flash. I'm signing off here, going to stock up on food and energy drinks for the January marathon. Until next time, and keep watching anime. Matane!